YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in the Macedon campaign, where I am going to go ahead with my plan to betray Axum. I don't want them spreading, the main reason I'm doing this is because I don't want them spreading desert nomadic culture all over this province. I need this province to be stable so I can take these diplomats and other agents and move further east. So if I have to leave diplomats and other stuff here to fight off the desert nomadic culture, it's not going to do me any good. So it's going to make me quite untrustworthy, but whatever. And I am going to auto-resolve this because, again, this is what made it crash last time, so we'll fight the next battle against them. There's already some Egyptian rebels here. We're going to need to deal with them as well. So we're going to occupy Memphis, and that's going to be nice. So, alright. So we've already got this building that's giving us some food. So what I might go ahead and do, again, since my food is so high, is we'll just throw in a pit mine. And actually a farm, or a cattle farm, gives me some food and gives me some decent income. So we'll use it as a dual purpose. Throw in a wine trader there. So this this province ought to start paying out rather nicely. No, I don't want that stupid guy. So it looks like I've been subverted here, and Axum now actually has a bunch of agents up here as well. So this is going to turn into an all-out agent brawl up here. So let's again just start trying to manipulate enemy agents into our service. We're getting a lot of hindered right now, unfortunately. Not a whole lot of success, but that's okay. And we're going to take some risk just to try and get things done. Okay, there's another Egyptian agent right here. Let's get this guy. He's a former Egyptian agent.
They will not refuse me.
Ha! And I guess he used his old pull in order to sway these guys over. Nice. Very nice. That agent is hindered.
The gods honor me with success.
So that should take care of most of the enemy agents around. Though, let's get after this agent from Axum as well. And just see what our best chances are. Probably here. There we go. So at least we got rid of some of the enemy agents that were there. We've got this place handled. This army is within reinforcement range of mine in the city, so should be safe. And then this spy can go ahead and march up and watch out for any more enemy agents that are going to come from Axum. So we'll need to capture Myos Hormos, Diopolis, and Ptolemais Theron, and Meroe. And geez, there's a whole other one, Axum, all the way down here. So we're going to have to go all the way down the Nile in order to finish these guys off. But whatever, it'll be kind of fun. I rarely get to that area in the campaign. So let's see what else is going on up here. Looks like they had a spy trying to poison me here, but they failed, fortunately. So let's go ahead and assault Ephesus. Again, this is going to be an auto-resolve. The Galatians don't have a substantial garrison. This is a large city, so this is going to be cool. We can actually make some pretty good money out of this one. And let's go ahead and grow the province. The first thing I'll drop down is probably... let's put a temple because we're going to have to get rid of a whole bunch of Celtic influence here. The army at Nicomedia can probably go ahead and march on Pergamon, which will also have little or no resistance. So we'll just wipe these guys out. So now as soon as we capture Pessinus, we'll be completely in control of this province. I'm going to save a little money just in case I need to build some stuff to keep the slums from coming. Yep, like right here. We're going to build a harbor and throw a cattle farm. Okay. Trying to maximize the potential for my income with the way I'm going to do my buildings here. I'm going to move forward and get ready to knock out Trapezos. This army can hit Pessinus and Kyra and Amasia, and then one of these armies can stay here on the southern coast, another one can kind of move up the center, and we'll basically take all of Asia Minor. And it shouldn't be too difficult for me to accomplish. I might force throw these guys up to Rhodes to protect it, and then see if we can force throw these guys down here to Crete to protect it. So the enemy transports will have a difficult time getting to either of those cities. I'm getting sick of chasing these morons around, so honestly I think I'm just going to leave them be at this point. I'm just going to stay in forced march and march this army to Olbia as quickly as I can get there, so they can support this army, which is kind of out on its own at the moment, but looks like it has an open line to Saloka here, which is going to get utterly destroyed, again due to lack of defense. Just going to tear all these structures down so I can build what I want. Okay, so we're making good progress here, and my income is going to just absolutely skyrocket here. Let's see what we can do against the Cimbri here. They did take Uberzus. This army is still doing some retraining. We could use another cav unit in that army, but I can't recruit any at the moment. Let's take these guys off of force march and get down here to face off against the Cimbri. Going to be interesting to see which way they run. Unfortunately, yep, my agent can get up here. Let's try some military subversion just to see if we can stop these guys. There's a pretty good chance that we can. Yes, okay, good. They are at a dead stop, so that's going to be worthwhile. So now I can keep them from rampaging forward, and that should be pretty much enough to handle. I can't get around Lepferdum, but my guys are going to get destroyed. I need to get over the river over here. There's an enemy agent harassing me. Let's take care of that agent real quick. Let's see if we can manipulate that agent. That would be handy. Sweet.
Commander.
And honestly, I think I'm just going to try and...
Advance.
Ugh, I can't do anything, because if I try and cross back over the river, it uses all my points. Let's see if we can get rid of this Boya agent here. That's a pretty powerful warlord. Alright, so caused some nice damage there to the enemies. Let's check out and see if there's any would-be patchy factories in any of my provinces. I don't have any more money left to take care of any more optimization of my provinces on this turn. Yep, there we go. That's about to be a potential rat's nest up here. And probably just another one there. If I have any more, I'm going to have to cancel some construction anywhere else because my money is low. But I would rather do that than run into the slums. The other thing I was wanting to check on real quick, let's go through my provinces real quick and switch all my bread and games edicts over to tax harvesting because I don't need them anymore. So switch Italia to a tax harvest. We're already tax harvesting in Illyria. Cisalpina, not a very wealthy province. I'm just going to cancel the edict there and reissue it in a province where I can get more out of the tax harvesting edict. Actually, I guess we can go ahead and do that. Got Italia and Thracia are making us the most money, so let's issue the tax harvesting edict here. And I think that's probably all the places where we have edicts issued, because I think we can only do 3 at the moment. That ought to drop my food some, but like it's going to matter, I've got plenty. And ought to, again, just help my income to absolutely skyrocket at this point, which will be quite fun. This is an agent I converted, apparently, because you can see they're all over the map with their skills as far as what they've been able to do.
Ready for orders.
Friends of the Turds. Let's go to Admiral.
We hunger for
and let's see, the Heracles Chamber Pots. They are mostly swordsmen, so formidable spearmen isn't going to do any good. Let's make them siege experts. And as far as the general goes, +1 authority when leading an army, and let's go with authority here too. Kind of fun. Let's get the second authority trait just to see what, if anything, it gets us. Make those guys siege experts. Perfect. So we are causing a lot of damage to our enemies at this point. And Macedon is looking fairly unstoppable at the moment. I can have 2 more armies if needed as well, which I think eventually I will go ahead and flesh those armies out. And let's see. The influence could probably be a little bit more in my favor. See if any of these promotions are free, and over time that ought to help gain me a little influence. That's all we can do for now. Alright, I think we are ready to end the turn. Man, we have captured a huge swath of territory here, and again, as I start using my large income to get all these provinces more optimized for income, we ought to become extraordinarily powerful in this campaign. It ought to be pretty entertaining. But because I went west first, I'm going to end up capturing a lot more than you would normally have to win the campaign, because none of the stuff that I captured out west, other than just as numbers, counts towards the ultimate victory. Because it's the provinces have to own are like Bactria and Persia and all those ones that Macedon would have captured historically with Alexander. So yeah, I've got to go actually get those in order to win. We should be able to rid ourselves of the Gallic Confederation soon enough.
Treaties have served us both well.
Do the Iceni really want a piece of me right now? I don't think they do. But that might be interesting too, an invasion of Britannia. Huge rebel army outside of Lupfurdum, so I need to get my army out of there and get them to safety, where they can retrain. Got some raiding armies from Ardhan. We'll go out and strike them down. Axum's probably going to march north against me. And looks like Katori are trying to be annoying, and they're going to fail massively at both. So I can easily auto-resolve these and destroy them. This will be nice, so at least I'll get rid of those 2 nuisance armies that were hanging around. I don't know if that's the end of their faction or not. It very well could be, which would explain their desperation. So I'm really going to get attacked again. And I guess the garrison force from the Boii has come back. I'm going to retreat and see if I can get out of range. I can. Cimbri are going to become wildly annoying here. Yeah, sweet. We wounded their agent or killed him during that action. They are going to try and attack me, though. I welcome this. Their sword masters are going to be impaled upon many pikes. And I've got plenty of skirmishers to handle what they're going to be able to throw at me. Look, mercenary spearwomen. Those spear wall are some good units, too, though. Let's fight this. Oh, I have my own mercenary Tarentine cav, actually. Those will counter the Germanic scout riders pretty nicely. Got 2 units of shock cavalry that I can use for rear charges, and I've got some Celtic infantry that we can use to help protect the flanks as well. So, pikemen are going to be my main reliance, though, and I'm going to support them with the Royal Peltist.
Ready for battle! Warriors!
There we go. Kind of got my guys aligned the way I want them here. And I'm going to want to take an open ground fight. That ought to help me the most.
Commander. Yes, Commander.
Get my slingers back here.
Agrianian.
And I'm going to use my Agrianians to support on one of the flanks as well.
Understood. Tribunas.
And my Thessalian cav are pretty trashed, so I'm going to just try and keep them safe for now. And my Tarentines can support the flanks.
Tarentine cavalry.
Let's go ahead and start the battle. So bring it on, you Cimbri traitors. You're going to die hard for this crap. And I'm hoping their sword masters stay aligned right there in the center where they're at, because that's going to minimize their damage. They're going to get absolutely chewed up by my pikes. In fact, I'm going to extend my pike formation to try and make sure that I absorb all of the sword sword masters.
At the double, Thessalians. Sons of Ares. Missiles awaiting targets. For Macedon. Orders.
Okay, so the Germanic scout riders are gonna push forward. I'm gonna start hitting them with my Thurio spears and my Tarantine Cav.
Advance at speed!
We're gonna run away, of course. Okay, yep, the Germanic Scout Riders, though, getting torn to shreds on both my flanks by all the javelins. And it looks like they've got some longbow hunters shooting at my pikes, so I'm gonna have to counterfire with some slingers. The German infantry is going to go into wedge formation, which is really not going to help them whatsoever. And their missiles are not having a real incredible impact on the fight just yet. Okay, so the Mercenary Scout Riders going down over there. Mercenary Scout Riders getting destroyed over here. Or, yeah, not mercenary, but Germanic. Yeah, they are mercenaries. Actually got it right for once. That wedge formation looks cool, but it's not going to do anything.
General!
Our general is under attack.
Okay, we've destroyed one longbow hunter. I'm gonna bring these Royal Peltist in. Get those guys on fire at will. Tarantine Cav. So yeah, the Sword Masters are just getting destroyed in the center. They are getting some kills, but I'm not gonna let that last. Okay, my swordsmen are starting to get into the... Oop. There's a swordmaster right here. Let's start firing into the back of that swordmaster. And I'm going to try and get some flanks. Actually, let's chase those Germanic youths away. And then let's fire into the back of those
The men are wavering.
Swordmasters. We're going to catch the Germanic youths here. Let's reposition these guys a little bit. My pikes are holding the line, though those Swordmasters did punch through me. Let's bring my Tarantine Cav up here to harass them a little as well. The Royal Peltist doing a nice job taking down some spear wall. Let's start repositioning some of our pikes to get around the enemy flanks here. Just gonna go harass the enemy Swordmaster General up here. And we're getting Spear Brothers turning around after my Cav, but we're gonna come trap some of the enemy infantry over here. Let's recharge these Spear Brothers. And I'm gonna go Battle Rhythm here in my General. And let's see, not really a whole lot else I can do at the moment. So did we destroy the enemy Swordmasters? I think we did. And I'm going to take these guys out of formation attack and push the rear of these Swordmasters. The enemy units are actually pushing into my pikes and just straight up winning in a headlong fight into pikes. More Swordmasters here taking down my Thurio spears, so we're going to just again start targeting them with my units. Just start raining javelins in there.
The field of battle. This is a shameful display.
We are getting some breaks though, and getting a lot of javelins into these enemy units. I need to get these Agrionians to focus here on the Swordmasters. We're gonna have to turn around. Out of formation attack, attack the Swordmasters. Into the back of the Swordmasters here. My guys did not turn around, which means my Thorax Pikemen are getting hurt pretty badly. We are starting to box the enemy in. Let's see if we can surround these Spear Brothers real quick and destroy them with a quick Tarantine charge. Yeah, those enemy Swordmasters are now getting dealt with rather handily. Sweet. So those Swordmasters are pretty much toast. Let's bring our Agrionian Axemen in for a rear charge. Just bring all of our units in for a rear charge here. Let's just really pour the pressure on. See if we can cause a chain rout. Let's look for wavering enemy units. Crap. This guy's got into headhunt over here. It's not good, but it looks like the morale is going to falter for all of the Cimbri units, so a tougher fight than I thought, but I mean, those were a lot of sword masters, but now there are a lot of dead sword masters, and again, Macedon prevails. That sword master somehow stayed alive, but not anymore. Gonna end the battle there. So that was a key victory for us there, destroying a very powerful Cimbri army that could have potentially caused a lot of grief in my provinces. Only lost, let's see, that one mercenary unit and maybe a thorax pikeman. Man, my Agrionians kicked butt. Those guys were fantastic in that battle. I'm really liking the Agrionians in the campaign. Just very handy units at getting behind enemy lines and just hurling javelins into key units, causing routes. Those sword masters would have taken a long time to kill, the ones that rear charged my pikes, but otherwise just ended up getting pizzoned. So I ended up losing a Thurio spear, actually, of all things. So that ought to leave the Cimbri pretty well reeling, and in nice position for us to just finish them off. Looks like I may have to create an extra army and destroy Britannia as well. And the rebels. Okay, so let's try and take care of a few key items here at the beginning of this turn. Wow, our income is really shooting up nicely. That is what I wanted. So Teleferdum, Uberzus. So yeah, that's Uberzus. Ought to be ripe for capture.
Our path is blocked.
Why is your path blocked? I don't see how it's blocked. Gonna aggressively kill those guys. I might lose a couple more units. Nope. That was lucky. Now we're gonna take Uberzus. It has no defense, and we can put this champion back in for some training. So Uberzus is back under our control, and they didn't actually even tear down any of my buildings, which is gonna leave me in good shape. So this army can continue to retrain. Really need that unit of Thurio spears back, which I should be able to do because I'm repairing some buildings. Okay, so this army just really needs to get to safety, and it has no route to safety at the moment. I don't guess I can cross over this river.
Advance.
It just ends up taking all my movement points and then nothing happens, unfortunately. Let's see. I don't see enemy Celtic agents around at the moment, and it looks like yeah, there's one down there. I'll tell you what we should do. Let's just make sure these rebels can't cause any trouble. Actually, let's get the hero back in my army. And let's use this converted agent to run some poisoning. And then let's poison these guys too so that no one can attack my army that's kind of stranded here. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Just really work the enemy armies over. And that means, so this army, Teleferdum's going to be a little upset. This army's ready to march out, and we should probably march to Cimbri lands and destroy these guys once and for all. It's going to be a long march all the way up there, and it is fall. So my guys are going to have to be concerned about attrition at the moment as well. But I'd say that was definitely some measure of success there. And again, it's fall. Let's just go ahead and march up here and get ready to hit Mons Regius. We just need to take away all the provinces we can from our enemies. March our spy ahead to go do some spying. Got a lot of work to take care of. And let's see. We are currently not at war with Pontus. And I'm not at war with Horde of the Steppe either. I'm not sure what my relationship is with them. I can't trade with them or anything. They have another province way up there. So I mean, if I attack the Horde of the Steppe, I'm going to have to fight them eventually anyway. They're unreliable and not really what I want to be messing with. But I'm going to have two armies to help do it, because now I can get this army clear up here. Our fleet should be free to hit Trapezos, which is actually an Egyptian city in Asia Minor. And part of me is wondering whether I should auto-resolve this or not. Probably shouldn't auto-resolve it. I think I have enough time to fit it into this episode, so let's go ahead and fight this. I don't get to do a whole lot of naval landings anyway, so this will be fun. They got a couple of decent garrison ships there. Those look like fairly large vessels with the carrying axemen. Most of my troops, so I just want to go land and get ready to take care of business. No flaming javelins. Yeah, we'll do this. This will be alright. So let's see. Let's get my ships ready to deploy. I want my firepot ships and my raiding vessels to kind of keep the enemy fleet in check. And I'll support them with my artillery ships. And then the rest of my ships, all these Royal Peltist vessels, archers, and slingers, just put them all over here and get ready to go land. And it looks like there's plenty of space to land, so this will work out well. Actually, you know what? Some of them could probably land in a slightly better position. They can probably land over here along that peninsula a little better. Okay, let's see if the enemy tries to land their vessels or to face me. They're just going to land. Go put my Royal Peltist over there. And I'm going to wait to land these ships until it looks safe, but I am going to go ahead and pull them up. And then I'm just going to bring these vessels up to harass the coastline. And let's go ahead and fast forward. It's going to be a while before we can get in position. None of these are tower vessels, thank goodness. It is quite a few carrying axemen, but not too afraid of them. They do have javelins now, which makes them a little more useful, but still think that they're going to die quite easily to all of my vessels here. Let's see if we can get up close to the shore and potentially get any javelins or other shots off on the enemy. And then my artillery ships, I'll actually just leave slightly behind with a nice line of fire towards the town center. And I don't want to land these missile units just yet because there is enemy citizen cav around, and I'm going to need to make sure that I have proper support. Some of the enemy units are foolishly coming within range of my naval vessels, and I'm starting to get shots off. Don't know what these guys are thinking. Okay, and all my Royal Peltists have come ashore. Let's go ahead and start moving them forward. I'm missing one. Yeah, their units up here are getting torn up pretty nice. Though, to be honest, that's probably a waste of my ammo, so let's just pull back. Just gonna let my artillery kind of fire at will. And I don't know what you're doing on flaming round. It's not even an option, so that's confusing. And the Egyptian forces are kind of pulling back from their position on the town center. I'm going to go ahead and land some of these vessels. I think I can keep them safe. And I'm going to land some of these other ships as well. Just pull them around. See what I can do with them. Okay, we got some enemy cavalry coming. I'm gonna try and go out of fire at will for just a minute, just in case they charge me. Okay, should be pretty well braced there against the citizen cav. And let's put these two units back here and leave them at fire at will. That ought to drive back the enemy citizen cav, which actually got 2 kills already, which I think is pretty garbage, but we're gonna need support over here. Yep, so now I'm using my javelins to drive back the citizen cav. Okay, these 2 units can go out of spear wall. Go ahead and looks like the enemy cavalry is coming back for more over here. And some of these ships, I may have just sent them to their death. We'll live.
The men are wavering.
Let's bring some of these missiles over here. Yeah, the enemy citizen cav got smart and went after some of my units there. That's fine. These guys will just kind of serve as a nice little... Ooh, actually, there's citizen cav coming back here. Let's get my guys lined up in ranks to be able to destroy the citizen cav.
Yes, Commander.
An entire unit has
Okay.
perished.
I don't see any pikemen over here, so let's just get all these guys out of formation attack. And try and split my guys up a little so I can disperse their strength. And let's head this way here. Alright. And that citizen cav sure enough did charge me, and it's probably going to just try and pull through, but I've got all my guys on fire at will, and they're stuck on the front of my slingers, so I'm pretty sure we'll bring down that citizen cav. Yeah, they're going down pretty hard. That was my idea, to set these guys up in ranks, so when the AI YOLO charge, they'd still get hit by all of my archers and slingers. And that citizen cav is now dead. Though it is fighting down to 4 men, which is impressive. Some carrion axemen over here, and there's a whole bunch of other skirmishers that we're going to need to get a hold of with these units now. Let's go ahead and move up. And there we go. And I'm going to just let my artillery ships continue to fire. Some Egyptian javelin men, other units coming this way.
General, we await your command.
Let's open fire on the Egyptian javelin men. And the carrion axemen and mob out here, obviously dying to the royal peltist. No big surprise. Those Egyptian javelin men are going to YOLO charge. Pull my archers back and make sure that my admiral stays alive. We can now push forward over here. There we go, gonna push forward. Let's attack those javelin men that are a little stronger, and they do have pikemen over here, 2 of them. I'm gonna use my javelins to help bring them down. I don't have a full complement of javelins at the moment, though. And they've got another Egyptian pikeman, so the Egyptians are pike boxed at the moment. Let's pull away with these slingers and see if we can get better shots on those javelin men. Okay, so those javelin men should be going down faster than they are, but I don't expect them to last too much longer because they are getting flank shot by archers and they have no armor. So honestly, not really sure how they lived as long as they did. Okay, so my royal peltist over there on the other side have used all their ammo. Okay, so now start focus firing on some pikemen. That'll make our job pretty easy here. We can probably just outflank these pikemen.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, those pikemen are going to start getting hit with a lot of skirmish fire. Okay, let's go ahead and get our artillery ships to cease fire, because we're probably just about as likely to hit our own men at this point. Just kind of see if we can keep pushing forward and keeping... Let's get all of our royal peltist up here and let them fire whatever javelins they have left, while my skirmishers continue to destroy pikemen. Just gonna keep pushing. Yep, the last Egyptian units are now starting to waver. Yep, there we go. So So the Egyptian port town's going to fall, though they did manage to get a fair number of kills. I didn't control my troops probably quite as brilliantly as I should have. But hey, it worked out, and we're now in control of another Black Sea port city. And I'll just keep using my fleet here to exact some nice destruction on our enemies in the region. Looks like Ardhan is all the way over there in Samandar. They've grown quite powerful. I want to say they started clear back towards Bactria originally. So Trapezos, that's sweet. It's got that military port, and I don't need that Holosoteros barracks though. Let's go ahead and throw an amphitheatron and a wine trader. We'll keep the barracks in our main town. And yeah, we've already got like level 4 buildings here, so I'm going to leave those. That'll actually work out quite nice. And they are Greek buildings. Looks like Egypt has Taz Justice, which is an army moving towards me. But we should be able to push out and countermand their actions. Let's actually take this army, which I was going to take towards Pessinus. I actually think it would be better suited to try and force march up here and get in the way of Taz Justice. And let's bring this army to get ready to go. So we'll take it to Ankara, that one to Pessinus, and then to Side. So we should be in good position there. Rhodes is going to be safe. My fleets are retraining. There's just a few somewhat weak ships there in the Galatian fleet. Alright, so these troops are retraining. May not hurt us to go ahead and just start moving towards our enemy down here. And let's send this spy down just to see if we need to kind of clear the way. Be helpful to have an agent down there. And we have a ton of agents up here. Let's see, this army is completely, well, nearly completely retrained. And it's still missing one unit though. We could probably get some... No, there's no mercenary elephants. That surprises me. I figured we could get some mercenary elephants here. Let's just go ahead and see what we need to train in. So I've got 4 pikemen, 4 hoplites, royal peltist, slingers, plenty of cav. I guess maybe just another hoplite or something. Okay, so let's see what kind of agent problems we still have up here. We've got still a lot of agents from Ardhan. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. That's all the time I have for this episode. HeirofCarthage, signing off.